Hi students, in last class we discussed about different types of tissues, and in today's class we are going to discuss about, last class we discussed about two different types of tissue, that is meristematic tissue and the second one is dermal tissue. So in today's class we are going to discuss two more tissues. They are called as ground tissue. Ground tissue. One more is, the last is vascular tissue. Ground tissue and vascular tissue. Today we are going to finish the second lesson. What is ground tissue? And in when we discussed the plant tissue, in first class we discussed the definition of all different types of tissue: meristematic tissue and dermal tissue, ground tissue, vascular tissue. Ground tissue, the tissue that form bulk of the plant body. Tissue that form bulk of the plant body. Bulk of the plant body is called as ground tissue. This ground tissue also forming the bulk of the plant body, and it giving physical support to the plants. Physical support to the plants. The tissue that form bulk of the plant body and giving physical support to the plants. This ground tissue also storing the food materials. Storing food materials. Storing food materials. These are the uses of the ground tissue. So in the ground tissue again there are three different types of tissues there. How many? Three different types of. What are they? One is parenchyma. One is parenchyma. Second one is collenchyma. Parenchyma and collenchyma. Third one is sclerenchyma. Third one is sclerenchyma. Ground tissue is divided into three parts. One is parenchyma, second one is collenchyma, third one is sclerenchyma. What is parenchyma? In the ground tissue, this parenchyma are, it's a thin and soft wall they have. Thin and soft wall they have. Then in ground tissues, this parenchyma have thin wall and very soft wall. Thin wall and soft wall, and they are loosely packed. The tissues are very loosely packed in parenchyma. This means there is a gap between one tissues to another tissues. So in this parenchyma again there are three different types there. One is chlorenchyma. Second one is eirenchyma. Second one is eirenchyma. The last one is storage tissue. Storage tissue. Ground tissues, three different types. One is parenchyma, collenchyma. Third one is sclerenchyma. So again, this parenchyma, thin wall, soft wall. There is a loosely packed cells. So they have again three types. One is chlorenchyma. What is the difference between the chlorine and choline? It's a collenchyma. This is chlorenchyma. Aerenchyma. The last one is storage tissue. Storage tissue. What is this chlorenchyma? What is aerenchyma? What is storage tissue? In the parenchyma, if the chlorophyll is present, simple differences. In the parenchyma, if the chlorophyll is present, such type of parenchyma is called as chlorenchyma. In the word itself is there, chlorine. Chlorine is nothing but chlorine. In the parenchyma, if the chlorophyll is present, such type of parenchyma is called as chlorenchyma. The next one is aerenchyma. In the parenchyma tissues, if the air spaces is present, such type of parenchyma is called as aerenchyma. Aeren is nothing but air. The parenchyma air space is there. That such type of air spaces is called as aerenchyma. If chlorine is there, chlorenchyma. If air space is there, aerenchyma. Next, the last one is storage tissue. Storing. In the parenchyma, it stores food materials, water, and waste materials. In the parenchyma, if the tissue store food materials or water or it store the waste material, such type of tissue is called as storage tissue. So very simple, and three different types of parenchyma. One is chlorenchyma, chlorophyll, aerenchyma, air spaces, storage tissues, it store food materials, it store water, it store waste materials. Next one come to the collenchyma. These collenchyma cells, the tissues they have thick walls, thin and thick walls, thick and thin. So there is a spaces between, there is a gap between one tissues to the another tissues, like this. There is a small gap between one tissues to the another tissues. Gap is there in collenchyma. So they are thick. There is a gap between one tissues to the another tissues. This collenchyma gives strength to the plants, strength to the stem. This collenchyma giving support or strength to the stem or plants. Next one is sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma also they have thick wall. They also have a thick wall. But there is no gap between one cells to the another cells. They do not have gap. They do not have gap or spaces between one tissues to another tissues in sclerenchyma. The sclerenchyma also give a mechanical support to the plants. Mechanical support to the plants. These are three different types of ground tissues. So one is parenchyma, second one is collenchyma, third one is sclerenchyma. parenchyma. Parenchyma are thin, softly wound. They are loosely packed between one tissue to another. Again, they have three types. One is chlorenchyma, parenchyma, and storage tissue. If chlorophyll is there, they are called as chlorenchyma. If air space is there, parenchyma. If they store food, materials or water, and the waste material are storage tissue. Parenchyma have a thick wall. There is a space between the one tissue to the other tissues, or one cell to another cell, and they give physical support to the plants. Sclerenchyma also have a thick wall. Compared to the parenchyma, they are thickly arranged. There is no space between one tissue to another tissues. They give support to the plants. These are about three different types of ground tissues. And there are one scientist is there, Nehemiah Greaves. The word parenchyma is given by this Nehemiah Greaves. The word parenchyma was given by Nehemiah Greaves. The study of tissue is called as histology. The study of tissue is called as histology. Anatomy of plant. Anatomy of plant. The book introduced by this Nehemiah Greaves. It's talking about plants. Anatomy of plants book is written by Nehemiah Greaves. So this parenchyma word is given by the Nehemiah Greaves. The study of tissue is called as histology. Histology. Now we will discuss about vascular tissue. Vascular tissue. We know that plants absorb water from the soil. The roots is present. In the corner of the roots, root hair is present. Through the diffusion process, this root hair absorbs the water and transport in the xylem. And the vascular tissue. What is the function of vascular tissue? The vascular tissue is responsible for the transportation of materials within the plants. Transportation of materials within the plant. They are divided into parts. One is xylem, another is fluid. Xylem and fluid. What is xylem? In the vascular tissue, the xylem is responsible for the transportation of water. Xylem is responsible for the transportation of water. Where this water drop into the xylem from the soil particles into the root hair, from the root hair into the xylem. Finally, this xylem transport water into the plant body from the roots to the plant body. So, xylem is responsible for the transportation of water. The water drops from the soil by the roots. From the roots, it will transport into the xylem. From the xylem, it will transport to the entire plant body. Where transpiration takes place? In the leaf, in stomata, the transpiration will take place. Then what is the phloem? Phloem is responsible for the transportation of food materials. Phloem is responsibly for the transportation of food materials. Where food materials are prepared? Where food materials are prepared? In leaves. In chlorophyll. In the chlorophyll, photosynthesis takes place. What is photosynthesis? Plants takes carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight. In chlorophyll, they prepare glucose C6H12 O6, water and oxygen. Plants takes carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. In the chlorophyll, they prepare food materials like glucose. And this food material has to be transported to the various parts of the plant body. From the leaf, it will transport to the stem, branches, including roots. So, this to the phloem part. Phloem is responsibly for the transportation of food materials to the plant body. Next one is xylem contains elongated tracheid cells. Elongated tracheid cells. Xylem contains elongated tracheid cells. They also contain tubular cells. And they have fiber and parenchyma. So phloem contains long sieve cells, tube cells, long sieve cells or sieve tubes, companion cells. They also contain fiber and parenchyma. Xylem contains elongated tracheid cells, tubular cells, fiber and parenchyma. Phloem contains long sieve cells and sieve tubes, companion cells, fiber and parenchyma. So this xylem is responsible for the transportation of water in eucalyptus plants, like eucalyptus plants. Around the water is transported around 200 feet plants. 200 feet of eucalyptus plants, the xylem transport by the process of diffusion and osmosis. If the water is transported into the plant, it will take around 100 months or years to transport the water in by the process of diffusion and osmosis. That's why there is a specific parts or vessels is there. Xylem. Xylem is responsible for the transportation of water in high plants like around 200 feet of eucalyptus plants. In redwood plants, it's around 330 feet. Around 330 feet of plants in redwoods. So this xylem is responsible for the transportation of, even though it is 303 feet of redwood plants, xylem is transporting the water within the plants. So today we discussed about only two different types of very important ground tissue, and the second one is vascular tissue. What is ground tissue and what is vascular tissue? What is ground tissue? Ground tissue is so the bulk of the plant body. It will use physical supports. Again, three types. One is parenchyma, cholenchyma, sclerenchyma. Again, parenchyma, three types. One is chlorophyll. air in air spaces. Next one is storage, which store food materials, water and waste material. Colenchyma, what is the difference between colenchyma and sclerenchyma? They are thick, both are thick, and there is a gap between one tissue and another tissue in colenchyma. There is no space in sclerenchyma. Last one is xylem is responsible for the transportation of water. Phloem is responsible for the transportation of food materials. They have elongated tracheate cells, tubular cells, fiber and parenchyma. Phloem have sieve cells, sieve tubes, companion cells, fiber and parenchyma. Okay, students, today homework from I think you have already workbook from page number 15 from workbook. Write the differences between xylem and phloem. Very, very important. Write differences between xylem and phloem. Write the differences between meristematic tissue and ground tissue. Meristematic tissue and ground tissue. Page number 15. Question number xylem and phloem. Differences xylem and phloem, meristematic tissue and dermal tissue. Next, page number 47. Page number 47. Question number 3. Question number 3. Describe the structure of parenchyma, colenchyma and sclerenchyma with the help of diagram. Just only 3 questions. Page number 15. Difference between xylem and phloem, meristematic tissue, dermal tissue. Page number 47. The ground tissue. 3 different types of ground tissue. Thank you.